Hey everyone, today we're talking about eggs. I know, sounds simple, right? But trust me, we're about to take this super common, everyday ingredient and show you some wild, clever, and honestly game-changing techniques. Okay, let's get right into it. So, you think you know your way around an egg, huh? You crack them, you boil them, you fry them. What else is there to know? Well, I'm willing to bet that by the end of this, you're gonna look at that carton in your fridge completely differently. So, let's get cracking. Sorry, I had to. All right, first up, mastering the shell. We're talking about the prep, the peeling, and the separating. You know, the basics. But believe me, even here, there are some hacks that are gonna save you a ton of headaches. Okay, so this first one is gonna feel wrong, but you just have to trust the process. You know how we all gently tap an egg on the side of a bowl? Yeah, forget all that. Instead, I want you to crack it, and I mean really crack it, hard and fast, directly into the bowl. The shell just breaks cleanly, the membrane is pierced, and you get a perfect yolk with absolutely no little shell bits to fish out. It's a total game changer. Ugh, this one. We have all been there, right? You boil a big batch of eggs, feeling all proud of your meal prep, and then you have to peel them, and it's just a nightmare. The shell is practically fused to the white, you're picking off tiny, impossible little pieces for what feels like hours. There's gotta be a better way. And oh, there is, and it's awesome. It's called the container shake method. You just toss your boiled eggs into any container with a lid, add a little splash of water, and then shake it vigorously, like you really mean it. The shells get completely fractured and they basically just slip right off. Seriously, peeling a dozen eggs takes seconds now. No more peeling nightmare. Okay, separating yolks can be so messy, so here are two incredible tricks for you. First up, the bulk method. If you need to separate a whole bunch of eggs, say for a meringue or something, just crack them all onto a cooling rack set over a bowl. The whites strip right through and all your beautiful yolks are left sitting on top. So simple. But what if you just need one? For a more delicate, precise job, get this. Use a piece of bread. The sticky inside gives your fingertips just the right amount of grip to gently pick up a single yolk. Totally clean, no mess. How clever is that? Okay, so our prep work is mastered. Now let's get to the really fun part, the cooking. And we're going way beyond just frying and boiling here. Things are about to get pretty revolutionary in the kitchen. So you want to fry an egg, but maybe you're out of oil or you just want something a little lighter? You have to try water frying. No, seriously. You just get a shallow layer of water boiling in a pan, crack your egg right in, and pop a lid on. What happens is the steam perfectly cooks the top while the water fries the bottom. You end up with this amazing egg that's lighter, healthier, and leaves no greasy pan to clean. The poached egg. It's like the final boss of home cooking for a lot of us. You know the drill, right? The vinegar in the water, the swirling vortex, the whispered prayers, and you still end up with a cloudy mess. What if I told you there's a foolproof way to do it? No swirling, no stress. Here it is, the strainer poach. This is absolutely genius. Before you do anything, crack your egg into a fine mesh strainer. You'll see all that thin, watery white, you know, the stuff that makes all those wispy clouds, just drain away. What you're left with is the good stuff, the firm white and the yolk. Then you just gently lower that strainer into simmering water, and boom, a perfect restaurant-quality poached egg, every single time. All right, this next one might just blow your mind a little. You can make a hard-boiled egg without actually boiling it at all. Check this out. You put your eggs in a container, pour boiling water over them to cover, then seal it up tight with some plastic wrap. And then you just leave it. Walk away. For about 20 minutes. The trapped heat does all the work. No stove, no watching the pot. It's incredible. Okay, now for my favorite section, the yolk reimagined. We're gonna talk about how to take the best part of the egg, and let's be honest, it's the yolk, and turn it into something completely different. We're talking new textures, new flavors. This is where things get really, really creative. Welcome to the world of cured egg yolks. This is some next level stuff. Basically, you take raw egg yolks and you cure them in something like a salt, sugar mix, or even soy sauce, and they transform. They go from being liquid to this firm, jammy, deeply savory thing. And you can grate it. I'm serious, you can grate it over pasta or salad like it's a block of Parmesan cheese. The flavor is just so intense and delicious. And the process itself feels like a magic trick. You just make a little bed of salt and sugar, make some dents in it, and gently nestle your yolks inside. Then you cover them up with more of the salt mix and just stick them in the fridge. After a few days, you dig them out, rinse them off, and you got these beautiful, firm, salty gems.
So curing is amazing, but what if you're craving some crunch? Then you have to try crispy fried yolks. And no, I don't just mean a fried egg. I mean just the yolk, breaded and fried into a crunchy little ball of golden brown goodness.
And it's so much easier than it sounds. You just take your separated yolk, carefully roll it in some seasoned breadcrumbs, and then pop it into hot oil for literally 30 seconds. That's it. You get this amazing crunchy shell with a warm, rich liquid yolk on the inside. Can you even imagine that breaking open over a piece of toast? Come on. All right, for our final section, we're going full-on art project. These are the showstoppers, the wow factor hacks that are guaranteed to make your friends and family ask you, how in the world did you do that? You've probably seen this one making the rounds online, and for good reason. It's a total magic trick. You stand a hard-boiled egg on its end, lay a knife flat across the very top, and just pull it straight towards you. The blade slices the white all the way around, leaving the yolk perfectly whole and standing on its own. It's just a fantastic trick for presentation. Now for a question you probably weren't expecting. An egg for dessert? I know what you're thinking, and no, we're not making scrambled egg cake. But what if we could use the perfect shape of an egg to create a sweet, surprising treat?
So the trick here is, you're not eating the egg itself. You're just using it as a perfect little mold. You take a cold egg, wrap it really tightly in plastic wrap, and dip it in melted chocolate. Then you dunk it in ice water to set the chocolate instantly. After that, you just carefully unwrap the plastic and take out the real egg. What you're left with is a perfect, hollow chocolate shell that you can fill with anything. Mousse, berries, you name it. And we can take that same idea even further with these jelly eggs. Again, we're using the shell as a mold, but this time we're keeping it. You just create a tiny opening, empty and sanitize the shell, and then use that hollow eggshell as a mold for your favorite fruit jelly. I know it's a delicate process, but the result is just stunning. Once the jelly sets in the fridge, you peel the shell away just like you would a hard-boiled egg. And underneath, you have this beautiful, jiggly, perfectly egg-shaped dessert. It's pure whimsy on a plate.
And that brings us to the end. I mean, from a cleaner way to crack an egg, all the way to a chocolate dessert mold, we've seen how a little creativity can totally reinvent a simple ingredient. So the final thought I want to leave you with is this. If all of this is possible with just an egg, what other everyday things in your kitchen are just waiting to be discovered?